Hi, welcome to Project Geospatial. I'm Adam Simmons here at GEOINT 2023 here in St. Louis, Missouri, and I have the pleasure with talking with Teradata, Brandon Luckadue. Can you let me know who you are and what your role is in the industry right now?
Sure. I am an account executive. I've been working for Teradata for almost 20 years. Teradata is a big data analytics company helping our customers do enterprise analytics. So I help our customers with their solutioning and understanding how to use our technology.
Excellent. So how did you start off within this industry?
It's funny, I was just talking to some of your peers, and I really started through an internship in high school, working for the Naval Surface Warfare Center, validating Trident 3 missile code with assembly language. Yeah. And it kind of really gave me perspective on how code works with some of these, technologies that, the government is using. And from there, I went into college and went into engineering, worked with system engineering as well as computer science, and then did additional internships, and then ended up in the analytics space coming out of college, writing code, and then ultimately managing teams, and then working directly with our customers in terms of using our technology.
Excellent. So diving specifically into Teradata, can you talk a little bit more in detail about who they are and what they provide to, everybody?
Yeah, I mean, when you think about data, it's everywhere, right? And companies use it as a strategic asset, or the government uses it to really create information dominance and what they're trying to do with our adversaries. And so the question is, how do you use that data at scale? How do you apply many different analytic techniques? How do you sift through all that data and find the golden nuggets that can really be meaningful to the people who are trying to use that data? And so Teradata, as a massively parallel processing architecture, is able to scale data or able to scale analytics across really large data sets and use those sophisticated, complex analytics at scale, helping our customers really understand that data.
Okay. So in terms of the type of audience you're trying to reach here at GEOINT 2023, what does that mean?
Yeah, so when you think about geospatial data, right, you're talking about anything from across the electromagnetic spectrum, right, from microwaves to visible light. And you're talking about 4 dimensions, right? 3-dimensional, latitude, longitudinal, and depth, as well as time. And so when you take all those different varieties of data, overlay them with the 3-dimensional space and time, and you think about all of the assets that are collecting that data, you end up with a massive set of data that organizations are trying to look through to understand what's happening across the globe. And so with our technology, we're able to scale that geospatial analytic, taking tools like Esri, where they run some of the analytics, but pushing those analytics back to our massively parallel architecture to do that at scale is what our customers are able to do with our platform.
Okay. So how do you do this? Is this in you use specific cloud infrastructure, or how do you help them manage the data?
Yeah, so we can deploy in the cloud or on-prem or as a VM, right? So there's a lot of deployment options, but the key is that through our architecture, we're able to take those analytics and run analytics on individual components within the cloud. So we consider them nodes. So you take a machine learning algorithm, and that algorithm runs in parallel across 30, 100, 1,000 different nodes. And because it's doing that in little bite-sized nuggets, it's able to do things very, very quickly versus trying to run it on a single processing node. So doing it in parallel really allows our customers to scale. So for example, USDA, they're taking essentially creating boundaries across planned areas across the U.S. And they're doing this on a monthly basis to try to identify potential fraud in terms of claims. And so every month, they're overlaying new data sources, and they pre-process that data. So they have, I think, a 25 billion row table where they're creating new boundaries over and over again and getting that data ready for their consumers. And so by using our parallel architecture, they're able to take the algorithms that they have in Esri, push them to our parallel architecture, and they're able to run that data very, very quickly and pre-process it and get it ready for consumption for their consumers, data consumers.
Okay. So for Teradata, what would you say if you had customers in this community who are interested in you, they would come to you as opposed to anybody else? Why?
Yeah, there's several reasons. First of all, using tool of choice there's a lot of great analytic tools on the market, from data science tools to data integration tools. But those tools aren't necessarily great at scaling, right? They're really great from a user interface perspective and the functionality that's within those tools. But being able to take those tools and put them on a data platform that can scale the analytics gives us a competitive differentiation, because again, our users can use what data science tool makes sense to them and push the analytic models, push the analytics themselves to our platform. And also the scalability, as we talked to, the parallelism, how quickly things run. And then just the breadth of analytics that could be run on our platform is definitely a differentiation for our platform.
Okay. So what's the barrier of entry for your platform? Are you trying to tackle large businesses, small businesses, businesses of all kinds? What are you aiming at here?
I mean, our customers are some of the largest data-driven organizations in the world, using us from an enterprise perspective. But we also have customers who have very specific use cases that they're trying to solve with analytics. And so they have a smaller scale platform, but still runs very quickly for the use cases that they're using them for. So for example, oil and gas, they're trying to figure out when their oil bits need to be replaced based on vibrations coming from the bits to how much heat is being generated. And so they apply our technology to process that data, create analytic models that they push back to the edge so that they can quickly determine if they need to replace the drill bit or keep it running.
So are you a data model warehouse, or do you have your own analytics? Do you allow your customers to put on top of their data? Do you help them create the models, or do you just host the models for them?
All of the above.
Okay.
Right? It's the flexibility to be able to work within the entire ecosystem to do lots of different things. So if you want to create an analytic model, say with Spark, and push that model to our platform so that it can essentially operationalize that model with data coming in near real time and score those models very quickly. So we have customers who are running hundreds of thousands of models, scoring them, and essentially scoring 10 million models a day on our platform. That's a use case of operationalizing analytics. Or we may have customers who are just trying to train and score those models on our platform. So they use it more for data science, right? So they're using all the analytic capability on our platform, or maybe with a different tool, say with Data IQ, and doing that model development within our platform. Or they're even taking it further back. They may just be using our platform for data integration. So trying to take all this data and create feature sets, feature stores, so that we can take those feature sets and maybe take them back to Spark and use them for model creation. So it's a flexibility to use best of breed tools for very specific purposes, using our platform where it makes sense for that analytic model development process.
Understood. Well, is there anything else you'd like to say to our audience about who you are as a company and what you're trying to achieve here in the industry?
Yeah, I would just say that having the flexibility to use lots of different analytics, whether it's geospatial, time series analysis, machine learning, right? All of these different techniques applied in different ways and in together can really create tremendous insights for our customers. And we're kind of really thrilled to be here at GeoInt this week, talking to everyone who's innovating in this space and trying to really kind of take geospatial analytics to the next level and being part of that conversation.
Well, thank you for joining me, talking about who Teradata is, and welcome to GEOINT 2023.
Awesome, Adam.
Yes.
Pleasure. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely. I'm Adam Simmons for Project Geospatial. We'll talk to everybody next time.